Y'all want to see a Hellcat do the flick?
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Wide Body Nation. I got rid of the twin turbo C8 and I replaced it with a 2019 Dodge Ram Power Wagon, and I believe it was still Dodge back then, so it was Dodge Ram. They soon changed the Ram after that, but that's beyond the point. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys a full walk around, drive, everything you need to know as a starting point for this truck in the fleet. My goal is to keep it for a while. I bought it at a Ford dealership, believe it or not, and it's certified pre-owned. So it came with a 3-month, 3,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty, and then has a powertrain warranty for unlimited miles and months or years, as long as I stay on the factory maintenance schedule, which that's pretty easy, especially with these gas motors. So that being said, make sure you guys subscribe if you want to follow this truck, or you want to follow the Drift Hellcat, follow the WRX, and much more car content in general. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Destroyer1320.com, that is where you guys can protect your Mopar. And now we are stocking theft deterrent products for any make and model. So I have a TrackHawk GPS KillSwitch on the way for this car, or this truck. Even though we don't have a neutral plate for this, we are going to have the TrackHawk GPS KillSwitch. So check it out below. Link is in the pinned comment and in the description. Let's jump right into it here. So I'll give you guys a walk around. Obviously it is a new to me, but a certified pre-owned deal here. I just got the actual license plate in the mail, and I did get this truck outright. So I was able to trade in the C8, the twin turbo C8, and with the equity in that, I was able to go ahead and just buy this truck with the equity essentially, and so I have the title, which is pretty nice. As you guys can tell, it is not exactly stock. The Power Wagon does come with a lot of, seemingly upgraded features. These steel bumpers, the winch, the nice grille, which, I've already started getting compliments from people on this truck. A lot of people, when I tell them it's a 2019, they're like, oh, wow. I mean, it looks good for a, 5, almost, 6-year-old truck. And I agree with them. I mean, obviously the wheels aren't stock. We'll get into that. It comes with all the decals, and we'll talk about this RSI Smart Cap because I know a little bit about off-roading, but I did not realize that they made these toppers that are so cool and so useful. So we will talk about that as well. I'll give you guys a sneak peek of the bed before we talk about the interior. So the previous owner or owners went ahead and decked the bed out, not only with this, pretty expensive but worth it Smart Cap, but also with this CargoGlide.com 1500 XL. Heck, I'll just show you guys. Look at this bad boy. Keep going, keep going, keep going, and we are out. Now, look at that bad Larry. She slides all the way out, and hey, the truck even came with a shovel. So we've got some Milwaukee pack-out stuff. I got these kind of very generic Milwaukee crates, and by generic, obviously they're Milwaukee brand, but they're very versatile. Maybe that's the word I was looking for, and I really like it. The previous owner went ahead and drilled in a lot of these pack-out adapter plates, and so I keep these right at the end. I put groceries, I put waters, we got our dog water right here, we got human waters, which can also be used for dogs. Put some drinks, put some groceries if I need to. Brand new license. Well, that's the C8's license plate that I actually switched to this truck. But when I go to the track, we can pack out one side, and then I got a whole nother side for jacks. And you can put up to 1,500 pounds on this, which is pretty bananas. I'm not trying to tempt fate and break this thing, so I stick to probably between 500 and 1,000 pounds, just to go ahead and be safe. So the dogs were not included. We had those before we got the truck. Hi, boys. We got Sully the golden retriever. He's also identifies as a lion because it's 2024 and that's a thing. And then we got Jolly Bernedoodle, who identifies as a bear. He's a good boy. And they are big fans of the truck. Boys, you want to show them your setup back here? Hey, Sully, you need to get down, though. There you go. Hey, no, you're staying in. staying in for now. I'll take you for a walk after the video. So this truck came with the nice lay flat floor that folds up if you want to have all the seats down. I like that because this truck came with it, and believe it or not, this lay flat floor, which is, it's nice, but I don't know if it's $500 nice. I think I had to pay about $500 for it in my 3500 dually because I got a tradesman, so it didn't come with all the little bells and whistles like that. Sorry, I just flicked your nose, buddy. But we can talk interior now. Previous owner upgraded the dome light here with some LED lights. We got the baby car seat over there. I'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. These seats are pretty nice. They are kind of a vinyl leather setup with a little bit of cloth. And I'm good with that. You know, they're durable, easily cleanable. The dealership didn't do the best job cleaning the truck up, but, you know, I know how to clean the car, so it is what it is. We got our nice dog bed in here. And as you guys can see, 2 big dogs can fit even with the car seat over there in the single seat. Although my Bernedoodle, Jolly, he likes to sit up here sometimes. Sully's a little crazy and a little young, so he stays in the back usually, right, buddy? Yeah. Okay, so I think that's all for the back. I mean, your doors are pretty standard. A lot of storage. I keep their leashes and their water under there sometimes. Got bowls, good to go. The truck did come tinted. Watch out, boys. Alrighty. The truck did come tinted, and the previous owner looks like he had, or she, had a dog of their own. So roughed up the tint on this window specifically, but that's not a huge deal. I mean, kind of is what it is. We'll go ahead and open it up. Now, Eric, the owner of Destroyer1320.com, I believe he has a 2018 Power Wagon, which may not have came with Apple CarPlay and the 8.4-inch screen. So luckily for me, I believe, and you guys can correct me in the comments below, if this was the first year, the 2019 Dodge Ram Power Wagon, at least the Power Wagon had the Uconnect. You guys can see the seats that I was talking about. This is kind of like your work truck, leather, pleather, whatever. I don't think it's real leather. Maybe this specific spot is real, but then this isn't. Hard to say. I don't really care about that stuff. I just like to be able to clean it. See, you can see some dog splatter and stuff like that. But I don't worry about it because, you know, easy to clean, and these guys are good boys. You guys can see that this is also, it has the apple picking seat, as we like to call it, or the 6th seat with the bench, which I think is pretty nice. You know, large center consoles, those are good and all, but I like having the option of the 6th seat. Came with the all-weather mats. Nice little storage on the door, very similar to my 2021 Ram. And then some more storage up here, glove box, toaster outlet. Those ends did not come with the deal. Manual, 4-wheel drive setup right there. Got my GoPro for the driving video portion of this. And, you know, all around just a good setup. Kind of an everything you need and nothing that you don't, in my unprofessional opinion. Keep walking around. Side steps. It did come with side steps. That one is a little crimped right there. You guys can see if I back up, you guys can see that it probably hit something in another life, previous life. And not a big deal though. You can still put weight on it. Not a huge deal. We'll talk about wheels and tires in a second. It's got that, you know, visor tint on it. I'm not a big visor tint guy. I'm more of just a windshield tint guy, and, you know, ask for forgiveness rather than permission. We've got the worn winch here, which I believe that is the OEM winch, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's a 12K winch. We also got these nice yellow fog lights here, which are S2 Sport. I believe that's the company up at the top. I just don't know what company that is, but it looks pretty good. I like having the contrast of the yellow fogs. This comes with some decent headlights. They're not like full, you know, 2024 HID blast you in the face, cut through your head lights, but they are nice. They are very bright white. They are not like yellow or halogen or whatever. So I'm good with them. Obviously, this has the 6.4 Hemi. I'll actually have to pop the hood for you guys because the previous owners did a couple mods under the hood. Looks like we're still on stock suspension here. with the massive, you know, anti-roll / sway bar. This is the side step that is not crimped, so you guys can see that it is pretty flat there. Let's go ahead and talk wheels and tires real quick. So we've got the Nitto Recon Grappler ATs right here in a 35 by 12.5 RT17. So 35 by 12.5 on 17-inch AEV rims with the little covers for the lug nuts, which let me know what you guys think about those. I'm just a black lug nuts guy, but with the covers, it's pretty cool. They just take these little Allen keys right here, which it's a little more of a pain in the butt to go ahead and access there, but you know. While we're talking wheels, that is one of the things on this truck that I'm going to be working on replacing soon. The brakes, they work, but they take a lot of motivation and encouragement, so I'm going to go ahead and probably replace those early in 2025, and obviously videos will be on this channel. I'll be working at Tommy's shop in an internship function, so you guys are going to see a lot of videos during that time, especially with installs and reviews and all that. Remember, the 6.4 is gas, so it just has the gas cap right here. The gas mileage is not ideal, let me just put it that way. You've got a bang as per. Tinted window, this tint is doing fine. It's just got a little bit of dog slobber on it. Nice little setup with I believe that's a 5-inch center screen. You've got some manual gauges there and some analog and some digital. We've got this aftermarket tuning dial, which I think is pretty hardcore. Would I have paid for this? Probably not, but it came on the truck, so cool. Got our display right here, front and rear locker, just rear locker, axle unlock. We got hill descent control, and then we have sway bar lock and unlock. And luckily, even though this is a 19, this comes with all your different USB hookups, A, C, and even an aux cord, which I don't think I've used for probably 3 years minimum now, so that's pretty interesting. And I do like this manual lever. It is kind of in the way a little bit if you wanted to have this area for something else, but it's not the worst thing ever, and I think like the OG off-roaders like that. But as you guys can see, lots of room in the back seat. It's not a mega cab, it's just a crew cab, and really that's about it back here. Now on the rear, this does have some helper bags, or whatever you want to call them, and you guys can see right here, these are aftermarket from what I understand, and I can go ahead and use them to level out a trailer, which I have. So they still have a little bit of, I think they have about 20 PSI in them right now. And they just take like an air pump in the back. That's actually what I have in here right now. So once I loaded up the trailer, which this truck didn't squat as much as you would think. I loaded up the trailer, truck was squatting a little bit, and then I just went ahead and put 20 PSI in to kind of level it out. And we were good to go. But the truck wasn't squatting hardly at all, probably an inch, maybe an inch and a half to 2. Leveled it back out, and she towed almost 10,000 pounds, you know, about 70 miles to and from east of Nashville, and I live northwest of Nashville, so that went pretty well. Let's talk about this RSI Smart Cap here. I did not really know about these until, well, I got one for free on the truck, and that's one of the reasons why this truck was such a good deal, is these Smart Caps are, you know, I think they retail for $4,700 or whatever I have seen. So that is the Smart Cap Evo. This is the fully slid out bed setup. Now that looks a little bent to me right there, but right now the bed is working as intended. I should probably check all these bolts and stuff, but you know, this bed slider is the Cargo XL 1500, and it works quite well. I keep some stuff off of it, you know, some chalk blocks. I think I can maximize the space in here a little better. Got a couple things that aren't hooked up, and I believe this is some sort of like weird table thing. I don't really know. But, you know, very modular setup. Yes, the Cargo Glide 1500 it does take up some of your bed space, so you can't cram everything in a nook and cranny that's going to slide out. But it just takes some planning, and I really do like that, you know, I'm standing right next to the truck, and I can just put something, even if it's super heavy or bulky or whatever it may be, put it in here. If I need to strap it down, and then I just slide this bad Larry all the way in, and it is good to hook. So I really like this. The only way I really wouldn't get this is, like, I mean, obviously, one, if you had a fifth wheel, you kind of can't afford to have this there because it's blocking it. Or then two, like, if you're going to be putting super heavy stuff, like, you know, pallets of pavers or just some serious weight in your bed, obviously you're going to need more just the bed as it is, and not this very, like, overlandy / work focused solution. So looks like I'm going to be getting even more Milwaukee stuff. I have some more at the house, and I'll show you guys kind of how that materializes as we go. And I'll go ahead and close this for you guys so you can see. But you know, the most convenient thing to me, in my opinion, is that you can, you know, load something up, boom, put it there, and then bing bong bing, you slide and just make sure your hand doesn't get pinched. And you can slide it faster than that. It needs some WD-40 just for all the squeaks and rattles and creaks, but it is what it is right now. Throw the bed up, and these things are nice. They just, you know, come right down, and then boop. And RSI Smart Cap, I contacted their customer service, and they're going to go ahead and send me some replacement locks, just because these ones are getting a little weathered. I would assume this is probably a 3 to 5 year old Smart Cap. So we are going to go ahead and just get some new ones on there and be good to go. Yes, I have towed with the truck before, and it does have the step out right here. I have towed I've towed a steel trailer that was about 4,000 pounds. It is like an old school heavy duty one, you know, about 4,000 pounds, 24 feet, with the Hellcat on it. I can put it in a clip if you guys want. But the truck had no problem with it. Obviously, it's not a diesel dually like I used to have, where the truck was ecstatic when there was stuff behind it, and it rode like crap when there was nothing behind it. This one's kind of the opposite. The truck rides pretty good. Not luxurious, but good. And then when you put a trailer behind it, you notice it. But she did good with 10,000 pounds and a bunch of stuff in the bed and in the cab as well. So no complaints there. As far as the certified pre-owned nature and everything goes, I'm going to go ahead and get the truck kind of a full inspection, because, you know, I'm about halfway through my bumper to bumper warranty, and I'm going to go to a different dealership and have them do a full post-purchase / winter trip inspection, so that if there are any issues, I can just bring it over to the dealership where I have the warranty, where I bought it, and they should have to cover most, if not all, of those repairs, especially if they are significant. So I'm a big proponent of buying certified pre-owned. You guys need to go ahead and make sure you read the stipulations and go through that process correctly. I am not anti dealership maintenance, as long as they're not ripping you off. Sticking to the owner's manual, doing whatever you need to, but nothing additional. A lot of those flushes they do are really expensive and really don't give you that much. So just be skeptical of dealer service. They make money off of sales. They are salesmen as well. So just be careful on that. Just find a dealership you can kind of trust at least, and go with that. But with that being said, I'll set you guys up in the truck and we can go for a quick ride. Oh, I owe you guys a under the hood snapshot, and you can say out of the puppies one more time. That is the brake, not the hood latch. All right, good to go. Boom, boom, boom. 2500 with the 6.4. Go ahead and open her up. Guess there was water in the hood somehow, which is I guess water hangs out in here. It's not ideal, but note to self: battery. I wonder how old this battery is. The truck hasn't had any problems with that so far, so we'll say it's pretty new. This is one thing that the previous owner went ahead and installed, the AFE Power Momentum GT intake. Pretty cool on a truck, you know, kind of who cares, but it's there, so that's pretty cool. 6'4". She's kind of a loud girl, if I'm being honest. You know, these 6'4s, they've got kind of a tick to them. From what I hear, it's definitely louder than my Hellcats. And, you know, if you guys think it's ticking too much when I start it up, then that's going to be the dealership's problem, because I'm going to adhere to their maintenance plan according to the owner's manual of this vehicle. And we'll just document the whole thing. So not a big deal. If we need a new motor and trans in the future, I will go ahead and take it. All right, I'll start her up for you guys so you can hear. Get rid of some leaves real quick. All right. Hang on to the keys, Sully. Let you hear the idle real quick. Sounds pretty cool to me. If I had to guess, I'd say there's probably a small exhaust leak, just with it being a 5-6-year-old truck. It's got 65,000 miles on it, almost 66,000. I'll go ahead and turn the AC off just so you guys can hear properly. Let me know if you guys think there's a concerning tick, or if this just sounds like every other 6'4" that you guys have heard. All right, well, not a lot of sound deadening on these 2500s, at least the Power Wagon. So she's a little bit of a noisy girl, but like I said, let me know if you guys have any comments or concerns with what you see on the truck while we're in the driving footage section. Let's get to that now. Alrighty, we are heading out on a drive. Truck is definitely a little higher with the 35s on it. My first set of Nitto Recon grapplers, and don't mind them so far. We're going to go ahead and get the tires rebalanced and rotated at the 2,000 mile checkup, just to get them ready for a good 2,000 mile road trip from Tennessee to Wisconsin and back to Tennessee, just to have the best highway ride we can, you know, minimal wobbling. I haven't noticed a ton of wobble or shake. Occasionally when I get in the truck and I just go right to the highway and the tires aren't really warmed up and maybe the truck's been sitting for a day or two, it does seem like the tires are kind of just warming themselves up and getting any little flat spot out of them they need to, but not bad. The tires are probably less than a year old, if I had to guess. I guess I should have checked the month-year group that is stamped onto the tire, but I would say that they are quite new tires because the tread is there. I mean, it's maybe a millimeter or two worn down out of a 13-14 millimeter tread depth minimum, so not bad. We're just cruising at 45 here. I can gas it a little bit for you guys just to see if you guys can hear anything, and I'll stop yapping. One thing I did want to talk about after that hardy pull is the light that's on the dash, and that is the eco light, because this has the you know, variable displacement or the multi-displacement 6.4 liter engine, which I personally do not like that feature because it doesn't pass the common sense test, and it also has shown over time to be the main reason these motors fail in combination with oiling, lifter, you know, a little bit of bearing issues. So that Hemi tick, from what I understand, is very lifter related. And so just in my mind, this thing, I'll pull up the MVG right now. We're getting 9.6 because I've only been driving around town. We just had a baby last week, so haven't done any highway driving. Truck's been idling a lot, just pulling it in and out of the driveway or quick trip to the supermarket. I've gotten as good as 13 or 14 on the highway, but that is definitely not what your average is going to be. But from what I have read and what I have seen, you can put as low as normal 87 in this, or up to 93 octane. I know some people who only run 93 because it's a 6.4, yada yada. I know some people who only run 87. I know some people who split the difference at 89 or 91. What I do is, when I'm just driving around town, most of the time I just go ahead and top it off with 87 because it's a lot cheaper and it gets shitty gas mileage, so might as well just put 87 in it. And then if I know I'm going to be towing, or maybe for our long trip, when we got 2 dogs, my wife, brand new baby, and a few thousand pounds worth of stuff, that's when I'll probably put, you know, some premium in it. Maybe go premium and then 87, then premium and 87, and you kind of have a blend in there. I don't know. With these kind of trucks and motors and everything, it's half superstition, half science. So I just try to use common sense, and if I'm not doing anything crazy with the truck, might as well just have 87 in it, at least in my opinion. So, you know, with that being said, you guys can tell it's not super loud in here. It's not the quietest truck. It's also not the loudest truck. So a lot of that has to do with the tires. The all-terrain tire scene these days is, in my opinion, the place to be. Your mud terrains, your all those crazy ones, crazy knobby tires, they might look cool and if you're really using them off-road, but the all-terrains, you know, the Recon Grappler, the you know, BFG KO3s and the KO2s, the Falcon Wild Peaks, the Toyo AT3s. Got the AT3s on my wife's RAV4, pretty badass. You know, that's just kind of where it's at these days, guys. I mean, that gives you plenty for off-road, but it also gives you very normal on-road driving performance, even in a size like a 35, 12.5 on a 17-inch wheel. So with that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and call the video here. This is the first of many 2019 Power Wagon videos. I'm not a big off-roader, but Power Wagons look cool and have good capability, and this one came with some pretty serious kit on it already, to the tune of a Cargo Glide XL and a RSI Smart Cap Evo. So want to thank RSI again for going ahead and sending me out some locks. Those should be here any day now. Want to go ahead and direct you guys. If you guys don't know what is going on at Destroyer1320.com, you got to go there. I cannot help you guys recover your vehicle when it is stolen unless you have a TrackHawk GPS on there. Then you can DM me. I'll put you in touch with the owner and they can get your car found. Oh, it looks like some more. We'll go ahead and just get out of the way here. So, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Stay safe out there. Destroyer1320.com, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you love your car, do not buy one of these. These were great in the 90s, but it's 2024. This is what I use. It's called TrackHawk GPS, and the best part is it has a kill switch built in. To use the kill switch, simply open the TrackHawk GPS app, send the command, and now I have the key right here, foot on the brake, nothing. So even if someone had your key, they could not steal your car. But let's say it's you and you want to drive the car, simply go back into the app, disable the kill switch. It's that quick, you see green, and you're good to go. Now let's say that you forget to use your kill switch and someone does steal your car. Luckily, TrackHawk provides geofencing, live tracking, and trip history so that there is virtually no way your car doesn't get recovered. The best part is that we cover all modern makes and models, and we have a certified network of installers found on our website. TrackHawk GPS. Kill it, track it, keep it.